Hi, it's Jill with cricflix. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm working on a birthday party whose colors are orange, yellow, and kind of a tealish blue. And I am making a crib for one. The rest are going to be, they're all going to be different. But anyway, I'm doing the crib and I'm going to finish up with this and show you how I did it. First of all, when I cut it out, the template for it is actually for a greeting card. However, I have extended it to a centerpiece, and I took an 18 by 12 inch cardstock and cut 6 inches off of another one, and then took a strip of white paper to tape them together. You can't hardly see, but in here where this seam was, there's a strip of paper over it. Sometimes I overlap them. If the image I'm doing is a little bit short of 2 feet, then it's okay to give a 1/4 of an inch. However, these I wanted as large as I could get them, so I pulled this the full length of the mat. The whole thing didn't fit, so I do the second piece I cut out that I'm going to add on to this one to make it all in one. And then the ends of the crib, I used the colors that she needed. With the theme of the party is Here Comes the Sun, which is, that's what it says on there. These are going to go on the ends, and my phone is ringing and I don't want to answer it. So anyway, here we go. Let's see. Then I have the bottom of the crib here, and I have where the crib folds over like the blanket. Let me just go ahead and start first by connecting these pieces here. Now, I just connect them with my tape. It doesn't need anything more than that. This is the lap that's going to fold over, and this is where it's going to connect. I need to make sure I put it on the right end. And it's going to go on this end. So, I'm going to tape this here. Got it. And there is, you can't see it on here, but there is a serrated line in here to make it easy to fold. So everywhere that there's a fold, there's that little dotted cut line. I don't know if it's called serrated or not, but that's what I call it. Okay, I have tape a little bit wider than that, which I don't want to do. And then I want to make sure I got it on the right side too, because this is the right side out. And guys, I said I wanted to make sure I had it on the right side, and I didn't. I put it on the wrong side. So now I gotta rub all the tape off. Oh, well, that's par for the course. It's early in the morning. Been dealing with some stressful situation, extremely stressful situation with my best friend and her daughter. And so I'm kind of out of sorts for that. I think I have 101 excuses on why I'm out of sorts. Believe it or not, they're all legit. But it's almost supposed to be 70 degrees today outside, and it's sunny. And so I will have an instant mood change. What I think I'm going to do, guys, is on this, I think I'm going to go ahead and come back and make that phone call, because it was a client and she must need something important. I was just working with her online. I didn't know she was going to call me. But since this is going to take a minute, the ATG tape will slide off, clean up very, very easily. Tedious, but easy. Comes off easy. So you don't, if you put I guess it would depend on what paper, but on this heavy cardstock, it does come off easy. And since I'm almost done now, I'm going to forget going on pause and doing that phone call. I'll do it when I'm done. So, got it off. Done. Now let me make sure I do it on the right side. It'd be very, very helpful. And it would be this side because it folds in and that. Okay, got it. Now I'll do it right, guys. Now I will do it right. This is a big crib, considering it was a card, like a greeting card for a new baby, a 3D greeting card that I have converted into a centerpiece. So then that will bend over, and I had a little bit of a rip here, but that's okay because there's going to be a piece going over it, so it's not a big deal. It's a big deal. I shouldn't say it's not a big deal. It's a fixable deal. I hate when that happens. But I have a piece going over it, so it's not going to show anyway. First, I'm going to put on the ends of the crib. And I think I better use this gun, because this little curve here at the top is a little thin. And what I'm going to do that I haven't done yet, but I will before I post this, is I'm making a teddy bear to sit inside of the crib. This was not the theme. I working on the theme that's Here Comes the Sun. And we originally were going to do cribs, high chairs, and buggies. But then there was a change of plans, and I got confused. And so I went and did it wrong. Now, the piece that goes the other side of the crib comes like this, but gluing these little tiny lines is not easy. So I run my tape gun along the wide outside edges of this cover that's going to go over the spindles of the crib. And then I'll put that aside, and I'm going to get my little trusty glue pen here. I've been using Zig pens, and I've been using them for, well, I started using them years ago. I don't use much glue at all. Now what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to run a single line right through the center of each of the white spindles on the crib, the background, because the little bit that cut out is very, 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 very skinny. So I'm going to go right down the middle of each one. And this is a kind of glue, if you attach something to it while it's wet, it's removable. No, that's not true. It's permanent if it's wet. If you wait for it to dry, it's removable. I never use it that way because there's absolutely nothing that I would use a pen for to glue to remove. So now I'm going to put the grill on here. And there we go. Press down the taped part very good. And then I'm going to fold over this top piece, this curve. It's got the, you know what, I think that I missed this line. I know what happened is I saw some, did I? Yes, I did. So what I'm going to have to do, when I was making some adjustments to it for the size, I accidentally took off my dotted line. And so now I'm going to have to redo it. I didn't make those adjustments until I did the second piece. Oh, I'm dropping everything. So I'm just going to score it. Same thing. Actually, scoring I almost like better because it doesn't seem to get weak. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But I'm using my little scoreboard here, and there we go. And see, it makes a line. I'm going to show you from behind. it scores it. I don't know if you can see that or not. This I've gotten on Amazon, I believe, and on the back it tells you how to do it for certain measurements and squares. And oh, I lost one of my sticks that I do have to have. I'm telling you, I don't have enough workspace, guys. I just don't have enough. I had my husband redo my office, so I had more workspace, but it didn't work. Just give him more room to put more stuff. There we go. Then these little pieces I cut out have Here Come the Sun. Now what you have to be careful when you do something like this, because I've made the mistake, is you have to make sure that you flip this over to print it so it's on this curve. This is how the cutout is, and you have a tendency to say, okay, I'm going to print it this way, and then this will be upside down because you're going to fold it over. So those of you who do this and are experienced will know what I'm talking about. Maybe. My sometimes explaining isn't always that great, but I do the best I can. And there we go. And then that's going to go up here. And then I need the last piece of this. I don't want to get tape on anything. I took my rug up off of my workroom because the rug would get just full of lint and glue and just everything. And I have wood floors under here. Now I want to put a rug back down because I've completely destroyed the hardwood floors. Just awful. And I want my husband to redo them. However, I asked him to redo them going around the furniture because I don't want to take my office apart. And he said, well, I can't do it that way. And I said, well, if you can't do it that way, then we're not going to do it because I'm not taking my office apart. That is more work than I am willing to do. So I'm folding all of this on its creases, and then we'll show you the last step. Now, there we go. That's where this is going to connect here. I'll go ahead and connect that piece. No, I don't want to connect that piece yet. I want to measure this one out first. Well, I have another one going, and I haven't quite finished it, so I have a lot of extra pieces floating around here. And this is going to have to be, oh, why did I put that back? I didn't. Try to have everything out, and that doesn't always work. This is what happens when my husband would say, this is what happens when you don't put things back where they belong. So I don't always put things back where they belong, not where I belong. Okay, because this is going to go on here. It, again, would normally have a dotted line there, so I wouldn't be doing this guessing. But for some reason, unknown to me, I didn't get the lines. The lines did not cut out, and I really don't know why. So I'm guesstimating here. And we're going to put this, and I just want to see if it is the right size. And it is. So before I put the bottom on, because I don't want the bottom to be loose, I put 2 sticks, 2 big ones on the bottom, because I do not want the bottom of the crib, because when you make it this large, it's going to sag. This is going to sag. If you're using it as a centerpiece, as a card, of course, you're not going to do that, but I'm not making a card. So I need to reinforce that. And there we have it. Then what I did, not out of a necessity, but more out of a, this one's really wide, just for aesthetics, why is that so wide, guys? The second one's so wide. I do not know. But I am going to cut it off because I'm going to put it on the bottom so that those sticks aren't showing from the bottom. I don't want them showing. Because I had a lot of glue on it. Okay. The only reason this is looking like a lot of work right here is because, again, I didn't cut those lines off. I was trying to adapt my file to make the bigger pieces because the largest I could make it was about 12 inches and I needed one bigger. And so I had to do some, I didn't cut the other side. That was pretty silly. I gotta cut the other side off. I should just leave everything out so I'm done. What do you think? It would be a good idea. There we go. One thing for doing this for as long as I have been, I don't measure anymore. That would not be my recommendation to folks. Especially if you're just starting. Don't trust your eyeball. I'm just used to it because I've been doing it for so long that I can pretty much guess by looking. Drives my husband nuts because I'll tell him how long something is and he'll say, no, it's not, no, it's not. Well, then to finish the argument, we measure. And I'm always right. I don't even want to say 95% of the time or 99. I'm always right. I don't use anything to hang pictures. I can tell when they're level. Again, just you get your eyeballs adjust to that after so many years of doing this. Now this is going to go, that goes on the other crib I started but have not finished. I'm going to tape this inside this crib. Whoops, I see one of these is a little crooked. Let's move it over. There we go. There we go. That one okay? Yep. I'm going to put this one on glued down. However, now I think I see why I made the mistake and cut it, guys. It was supposed to be that wide. I cut it wrong. I did. Now I'm going to have to redo the bottom of this one because I cut it wrong. Then what I do at the other end is I put my own tape on it. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this up since it's not going to go anywhere because I made a mistake. And for shipping and storage, it's really nice because, oh, I forgot to put that piece on. You can fold it. I don't want to fold it that way though because I don't want that. I'm going to have to because the back is too thick. I don't like folding them both directions because it makes them weaker where you have that line, but they fold up very nicely even when you have this piece on, and when you open it up it just flaps down and you assemble it. Super easy, easy peasy. But now I'm all flustered because I was showing you how that was cut wrong and it wasn't cut wrong, it was me. So now that means I've got to print out more. Oh well. Oh well, whatever. It's all good. I have one that is done and all set up. So see, this is what I mean. It's too weak. You can't bend them back and forth. So this is not a happy moment for me right now because this came apart and I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix it. It's from the serrating. It's too much of it. That dotted cut line. I have one done anyway, so I can show you that. This is what it looks like done. And it's a really good size. I'm going to put a teal color teddy bear in here. And guys, I know that sometimes I make mistakes when I'm doing this, but I'm hoping that you all are learning from my mistakes It happens. You know, I'm not gonna stop filming because I made a mistake. And want everybody to know that it's not always that easy, and if you make a mistake, you fix it. I don't have to show you how I'm gonna fix it or bore you with that, but this little piece keeps coming off, and I don't know. It's probably not wide enough. And let me clip it, that little corner. This is one of my favorite pieces. Just absolutely love it. I think they are so cute. I want to get the teddy bear in it, but oh, that side doesn't have the rim on it, or the grid on it. So I've got to do that. But then all I do is I've got paper clips on this holding it. So I'm going to leave it folded up while I do the teddy bear, and I'll take pictures with the teddy bear in it. And I'm not going to fix this one right now because I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But thank you for watching, and everybody have a fantastic weekend. Bye-bye.